Women are infuriated, and we're infuriated about the fact that only a third of children are reading on grade level in America's public schools. Where was my body, my choice during COVID?
Yes.
Right?
The showdown over what is taught in America's schools continues. That was Moms for Liberty co-founder Tiffany Justice during NewsNation's recent town hall that we hosted. President-elect Trump floated major reforms during his campaign, including expanding school choice, abolishing the education department so states take control, but civil rights groups and teachers' unions vowing a fight to protect current policies, particularly for students who face discrimination. Joining us now, I do have Tiffany Justice from Moms for Liberty, which vows to defend parental rights. Tiffany, good morning to you. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you for having me. It's a great outcome on Tuesday for parents across America.
Let me just start with the fact that, Donald Trump has proposed eliminating the Department of Education before. I don't need to tell you, but just for viewers out there, I mean, this was established by Jimmy Carter, provides funding, for programs, for low-achieving schools, Pell Grants, you name it. Where do you stand on that proposal? Do you agree with him?
I absolutely do agree with President Trump. Since the Department of Education has been created, we have only seen plummeting academic achievement scores across the United States of America and an increased influence of the teachers union because they work through the federal Department of Education. We can all remember during COVID that picture of Joe Biden with his arm around Randy Weingarten, so cozy, and then teachers unions work to keep schools closed for 2 years. So local control is the most important thing. When it comes to education, parents need to have their voices heard, and that happens through their local school boards and at the state level. And so I completely support President Trump's initiative to put the power back to the people in the states when it comes to education.
And Tiffany, I know you have said before you'd be honored to become President-elect Trump's education secretary. Have you spoken with the president-elect or his team about that?
No, I haven't spoken with them. But the truth of the matter is when you have a president that's willing to stand for parental rights in the way that President Trump has, he's a father, he's a grandfather. I think every American should be willing to serve in any way that they can to help him to achieve his goals and promises that he's made.
What, in your position, your opinion, I should say, needs to be prioritized on day one from him? What do you and other parents out there in your same shoes want to see?
Solidifying fundamental parental rights. The government doesn't give you the right to direct the upbringing of your children, and they certainly can't take it away. So the promises that President Trump has made to the American people about providing more choice, education freedom is something that I know that he's going to see through. I think that President Trump has been given a mandate by the American people to shrink the size of the federal government. We have seen very clearly that the influence of the administrative state is too much in our lives, and the power belongs to the people of America. So I expect that you'll see him to choose cabinet members across the board that are going to protect the freedom and liberty of Americans.
And last question, I just have about 20 seconds left. Critics say President-elect Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, among others, are pushing book bans, censorship in schools. What do you say to that? And also, where's the line when it comes to content?
We used to know that there was something called age-appropriate content. In America, we have movie ratings that every American follows and goes along. And we're talking about public school libraries and content for kids. I think it's very clear that there are certain things that are appropriate for kids, certain things that are appropriate for adults. And I think we're just getting back to common sense America, where we know that, kids need to learn and grow and thrive. And the most important conversation we should be having right now is the fact that only a third of kids are reading on grade level in America. Let's make reading great again.
Yeah, we heard you at the NewsNation town hall. Tiffany Justice, I'd love to have you back, especially as the next couple months start to take shape and we continue to talk about this more. Tiffany Justice, appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.